Get ready for a massive college basketball showdown because UConn and Dan Hurley are locking in another must-see matchup for the 2026-2027 campaign. We are talking about the Huskies preparing for a thrilling Final Four rematch against the Illinois Fighting Illini on December 4th at the United Center in Chicago. This is a game that promises intense action as both teams gear up for this high-stakes contest.
Here's a simple way to protect your phone without stress. This ALEN 3-pack comes with tempered glass screen protectors, camera lens protectors, and an installation frame for an easier, cleaner fit. It's clear, case-friendly, and built to help guard against scratches and everyday bumps. Check the link in the comments to get it on Amazon.
Next up, we dive into the potential shakeup at the NCAA tournament. UConn head coach Dan Hurley has voiced serious concerns about the proposed expansion of the March Madness tournament field to 76 teams, warning that it could render the regular season meaningless. Hear exactly why Hurley feels the current qualification process is what makes the tournament special and what he fears losing if things change. We are also tracking major team movements as we look at the Illinois squad. Reports indicate that the Fighting Illini are bringing back a strong frontline featuring Andrej Stojakovic, David Murkovic, and Tomislav Ivicevic for this big matchup. We break down what this means for Illinois' strategy heading into the Final Four. And finally, we have huge news for Boston basketball fans. UConn and Michigan are reportedly finalizing an agreement to play a neutral site game at TD Garden in Boston on November 6th. This high-level college matchup is set to happen, and we tell you everything you need to know about this potential clash. Don't miss a single moment of this action. Subscribe now and hit that like button to follow all the latest sports news. College basketball fans can mark their calendars for a highly anticipated Final Four rematch featuring the UConn Huskies and the Illinois Fighting Illini in the 2026-2027 season. According to reports from the USA Today's Peoria Star-Journal, the national championship runner-up will face Illinois in a showdown on December 4th at the United Center in Chicago. This matchup adds another must-see contest to UConn's schedule as they prepare for the upcoming season. While the team composition will shift from the March tournament, with graduating seniors and transfers departing stores, there is positive news regarding the roster. Star player Braylon Mullins is set to return to UConn for his sophomore year. Illinois is also looking to bolster its team, as they will feature a strong frontline returning, including Andrej Stojakovic, David Murkovic, and Tomislav Ivicevic. This rematch promises a compelling contest as both teams look to establish themselves in the national conversation. UConn is gearing up for a highly anticipated Final Four rematch, adding another must-see matchup to its early 2026-2027 college basketball schedule. According to reports from USA Today's Peoria Star-Journal, the national championship runner-up, the UConn Huskies, will face Illinois in a contest on December 4th at the United Center in Chicago. This rematch promises a significant shift in dynamics compared to their earlier encounters. UConn's roster will look notably different in December due to the departure of graduating seniors and transfers from stores. However, the team will feature the return of March Madness standout Braylon Mullins for his sophomore season. Meanwhile, Illinois is also rebuilding, bringing back a strong frontline featuring players such as Andrej Stojakovic, David Murkovic, and Tomislav Ivicevic. College sports fans can look forward to witnessing this high-stakes matchup as the season progresses. UConn head coach Dan Hurley has voiced significant concerns regarding the potential expansion of the NCAA March Madness tournament field to 76 teams, warning that such a change could render the regular season meaningless. Speaking to CBS Sports, Hurley emphasized that the rigorous qualification process is what gives the tournament its value, ensuring that the regular season remains intense and pressure-packed. "What I think makes the tournament special is the qualification for it," Hurley stated. "You don't want the regular season to be rendered meaningless and to take away from November, December, January, February. The qualification process makes the regular season intense and pressure-packed." Hurley further questioned the implications of increased accessibility, suggesting that if the tournament expands too much and teams no longer need a top-tier regular season to qualify, it diminishes the event. It should be a privilege to play in the tournament, not a right, and obviously if it expands too much and you don't have to have a real good season to make it, that would take away from the tournament. Does it get too big? He asked. The proposed expansion would drastically alter the tournament structure. The first 2 days would feature 12 games played between 24 teams, utilizing 2 different venues. Following this, the traditional 64-team bracket would commence on Thursday. Crucially, teams participating in the early round games would be required to win 7 games instead of 6 to advance. Hurley reiterated his desire for difficulty in qualification, noting, "You want it to be hard to get in. My biggest thing, too, is you still have to win 6 games, right?" Connecticut and Michigan men's basketball are reportedly finalizing arrangements for a high-profile neutral site game at TD Garden in Boston on November 6th. According to CBS Sports College Basketball insider John Rothstein, multiple sources indicate that the 2 teams are working to secure an agreement for the matchup at the Boston venue. This potential game comes amidst ongoing sports developments, including the Boston Red Sox's recent sweep against the Tigers and their upcoming series against the Rays. Historically, UConn and Michigan have a notable recent history, having met in the 2026 NCAA Tournament National Championship game in April, where Michigan secured a 69-63 victory. The news signals an exciting prospect for Boston basketball fans in the near future. In other sports updates, the Boston Red Sox defeated the Tigers 4-0 on Wednesday to complete a 3-game sweep. Boston returns home to face the Rays at Fenway Park this evening in the first game of a 4-game series. Other sports highlights include the Fleet facing the Charge in Ottawa on Friday, with the best-of-5 series tied 1-1, and Legacy FC facing Gotham FC in New Jersey on Saturday, while the Revolution are hosting the Philadelphia Union that evening.